As UN bans inner-city press 1351st day. No answer by UN Spox. Dujarric on Ghislaine Maxwell Epstein rape. Cameroon Rwanda Unis Nigeria Kubiak China Fleming legal letter. By Matthew Russell Lee, Patron IMF. BBC, Guardian UK, Honduras, CJR, PFT. UN Gate, December 6. Inner-city press on July 5, 2018 was banned from entering the UN. 2 days after it was physically removed from conducting interviews outside meeting about the UN Secretary-General Antonio Guterres' $6.7 billion budget. Then Guterres' Department of Global Communication, run by Melissa Fleming, issued a letter banning inner-city press from the UN, for life, with no due process, no right of appeal. Guterres has put the UN in the US Press Freedom Tracker. Here, Guterres spokesman Stefan Dujarric falsely promised on camera that he would be answering banned inner-city press questions, but see below. On December 6 after Guterres again refused to answer but the IMF did answer, May 6 here, February 25 here, February 4 here, December 3, 2020, like here, before Stefan French Wine Dujarric, previously the face of UN lies on cholera in Haiti. And on July 9 saying he will continue hybrid briefings, exclusion of inner-city press more and more absurd, not associate spokesperson Florencia Soto Nino who blocks press on WhatsApp, not now equally censoring associate Recon Eco, not new UN spokesperson Stephanie Tremblay, nor a rape-denying deputy Farhan Haq, held a briefing before which inner-city press submitted yet more questions. Blocked by Dujarric's screener Florencia Soto Nino on +19172267816 and Dujarric himself on +19176227652. He directed some favored scribes to Recon Eco on +19172088910, who now blocks inner-city press on WhatsApp as well, including on the basis on which it continues to be lawlessly banned from entering to ask questions in person. Now also on the basis for withholding publicly funded UN video from the press. There was no answer from Farhan Haq on +19175924591. Not even a confirmation of receipt, and now UN official like Hua Zhang, Recon Eco, now on screen Jennifer Confilio, Adam Smoke, Mayor Isla Rivera and others to be named taking public money for a UN briefing blocking email questions about the UN's spread of COVID-19. May 21 inner-city press video with commentary here and here, edit here, June 16 video of Kaneko who had briefing go dark and never returned to explain here and here, who will be held accountable. July 16 and Ulster here, July 17 Raw and UN TV, August 11 briefing and quarantine violations, November 23 here, with those allowed and obsessed by Antony Blinken and Linda Thomas Greenfield, whom we too will cover. And did even before nomination, here, February 11 here, February 12 here, short because Honduras coverage, another Guterres cover-up, February 26 here, March 1 here, March 2 here, March 3 here, Twitter video briefing by Brendan Varma who blocks inner-city press on Twitter, April 13 here, April 15 here, April 16 here, April 21 here, April 22 here, April 23 here. May 4th here, May 6th here, May 25th stand up here, May 26th here, June 2nd stand up here, June 3rd stand up here, June 4th here, June 8th stand up here, June 17th stand up here, IMF answer to ICP on June 24th here, vlog August 3rd here, August 4th here, August 9th here and August 9th Q&A here, August 16th vlog here, August 24th vlog at UN here. August 30th vlog here, Sept 14 vlog here, Sept 16 vlog here, Sept 17 vlog here, October 8th vlog here, October 22nd vlog, and on Hulkbank, here, October 25th vlog here, Inner-City Press has asked. These written questions are posed and responses requested pursuant to the until now broken commitment that the UN will continue to answer emailed questions from Mr. Lee. Inner-City Press, here. December 6 to 1st, immediately explain the basis for banning me and inner-city press from the UN and its briefings when not only the IMF on May 20, 2021 on Sudan and El Salvador, here, and IMF on June 10, 2021, on Tanzania and Cameroon and on El Salvador, and Wilson Center on May 20, 2021 on North Korea, here, and also on March 26, 2021 the U.S. State Department takes inner-city press questions, transcript here. And May 27, 2021 briefing with Acting Assistant Secretary for Western Hemisphere Affairs Julie Chung on the Secretary's upcoming travel to San Jose, Costa Rica. Let's go the line Matthew Russell Lee. Question: Sure, thanks a lot and thanks for taking the question. I had wanted to ask specifically about Honduras. There have been a series of cases in the Southern District of New York where the brother of the president, Juan Orlando Hernandez, his brother Tony was convicted of drug trafficking. See here. What is the response of S.G. Gutierrez, U.S.G. Fleming to the letter sent to her and others by the Quinn Emanuel law firm regarding ending press censorship? See answer August 9. Here, letter received, no change in status, no reply. After repeated non-answers to the above, on August 9 UN spokesperson Dujarric was asked. Quinn Emanuel wrote a letter to the UN asking about reinstatement of our colleague Matthew Lee into the UN press corps. Do you have any comment on that? Spokesman: Number. All I can tell you is that we've received the letter, and I'm not aware of any change to his status. It's been received. Whether or not it's been answered, I don't know yet. How can the UN, which preached press freedom, not even answer a letter for a journalist from a major law firm? What is your answer? When will inner-city press be restored to resident correspondent status, like various state media? Explain how it is legitimate for S.G. Gutierrez DGC, U.S.G. Fleming and Malu, CC adhere, to block inner-city press from even WebEx questions to UNSC President Ireland, whose alternate political coordinator and spokesperson Owen McSweeney wrote to inner-city press. We would refer your request for access to the UN and to UN press conferences to the Media Accreditation and Liaison Unit of the UN Secretariat. You are engaged in censorship, no? What is the UN's response to inner-city press SEPT 13 application to Malu including for WebEx access to hybrid press briefings during UNGA 76, as it has at the IMF? Beyond last night's interim response projecting a decision in 1 or days, from Malu date, WED. September 15, 2021 at 8:02 p.m. Subject: Your UNE accreditation request has been received. Greetings Matthew Lee. This is to confirm the United Nations Media Accreditation and Liaison Unit, MALU, at New York headquarters has received your request for accreditation. Upon processing, a notification email, to the email address registered with the request will provide the status update, to confirm an approval or rejection, and any additional information which may be required. What reason could there be to deny this, particularly given that only today SEPT 16, inner-city press put questions to the IMF on Guinea, Ukraine and Venezuela, see here, and then to IFRC's Francesco Rocca, about Cameroon. If they take questions, how can the UN not now allow inner-city press, at least for now by WebEx and IMF on October 21, 2021 here, and US Buffalo NBC TV on October 26 here. Also IMF answering inner-city press on November 4, 2021 on Ethiopia, Zambia and Chad here. Yet once again, on Ghislaine Maxwell, whose child sex trafficking trial started on November 29 in SDNY court and on whose Terramar Foundation board S.G. Gutierrez partnership rep Amir Dossel was one of only 5 people. What is S.G. Gutierrez' response to and comments on Ghislaine Maxwell's family appeals to UN for her release from jail? And also, S.G. Gutierrez' comments and actions on the Jeffrey Epstein Fellowship with IP and Epstein's other UN world connections. What are S.G. Gutierrez' responses to NY elected officials' communication to him about not closing unis and queens? And the protest planned for December 9, on Nigeria. What are the comments and actions of S.G. Gutierrez and separately DSG Hamina J. Mohammed on that? A rights group in Nigeria has asked the court for an order of perpetual injunction to restrain the government from unlawfully shutting down telecommunication networks in any part of the country. The injunction wants President Muhammadu Buhari and the Minister of Communications and Digital Economy Issa Pantami stopped from suspending communication services. On Rwanda, what are the comments and actions, if any, of S.G. Gutierrez on that? Rwandan court has sentenced to 5 years in prison a former director of Kigali's main prison for stealing money from a British inmate, Innocent Kayumba, who was sentenced on Friday evening alongside his former deputy Erikan Takairutimana, has appealed against the judgment, a court document shows. On December 1, MINUSMA itself sent Inner City Press a partial answer to a question about UN sex abuse that I asked each of you 2 weeks ago, without answer. 1. Why is UNHQ engaged in a bigger cover-up of sexual exploitation and abuse than its missions? 2. Where is the report and follow-up referred to in MINUSMA's answer, which MINUSMA also emailed to all, most of you? And yet again, on Ghislaine Maxwell, whose child sex trafficking trial started on November 29 in SDNY court and on whose Terramar Foundation Board SG Jurors Partnership Rep Amir Dossal was one of only 5 people. What is SG Jurors' response to and comments on Ghislaine Maxwell's family appeals to UN for her release from jail? On South Sudan, what are the comments and actions if any of SG Jurors on that? South Sudan's Vice President Riek Machar has warned against holding elections before a unified army is formed. Last month, President Salva Kiir announced that elections would take place at the end of the transitional period in 2023. But addressing members of his party in the capital Juba, Mr. Machar said, "If you do not have unified forces, where will you get security for the elections?" On Portugal and Mozambique, what are the comments and actions if any of SG Jurors on that? Portugal's foreign minister has apologized for the inconvenience caused by the suspension, as of Monday, of flights to and from Mozambique. Augusto Santos Silva has promised repatriation flights as soon as possible. Since new PGA spokesperson Kubiak has written to Inner City Press that she did not receive Inner City Press numerous written questions, please explain how the UN blocks addresses or confines press questions to spam folders? On UN sex abuse and cover-up, immediately respond to this question each of you has refused to answer, posed on the morning of November 24 by Inner City Press, on UN sexual exploitation and abuse, alleged. This is a request on the new case of UN sexual abuse by a UN peacekeeper from Cameroon in CAR in October 2021. Data dumped at 9:04 a.m. on November 24, 2021, along with another case in CAR by a peacekeeper from Burundi, and the previous UN child rape in CAR by UN peacekeeping troop Burkina Faso, October 19, and from Burundi, child rape, and C by Tanzania troops in DRC. Data dumped at 12:02 p.m. on October 7, and earlier, unanswered, from Peru, Sept 29, Gabon and the Congo, and Nepal peacekeeper child rape in DRC, data dumped at 10:07 a.m. on July 21, 2021 that you immediately provide the if asked info. On Ethiopia, what are the comments and actions if any of SG Jurors on that? Ethiopia's President Sahle-Work Zewde has denied a report by a Paris-based magazine, alleging she had disagreements with Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed over the year-long war that began in the northern Tigray region but has since spread to other parts of the country. The Africa report claimed the seasoned diplomat neither approves nor supports Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed's warmongering policy. Ms. Sahle-Work said in her statement on Tuesday night that she had never met the story's author. On Nigeria, what are the comments and actions if any of SG Jurors and separately DSG Hamina J. Mohammed on that thousands of Nigerian railway workers have begun a 3-day strike to push the government to improve their welfare. The strike is likely to disrupt services in some of the busy stations, including the railway line that links the northern Kaduna state to the capital, Abuja. Again, why did SG Jurors omit from his personal financial disclosure covering 2016 funds he received from Gulbenkian Foundation, which sought to sell its oil company to convicted UN briber SEFC China Energy? On Cameroon, on which SG Jurors has refused to answer all of Inner City Press detailed questions on the mass killings there. What now are his comments and actions if any on that a 7-year-old girl died in the Cameroonian city of Bamenda after a police officer shot at a pickup vehicle? Matthew Russell Lee, banned from UN by Jurors. No answers from UN Spox. Dujarric, on Cameroon, Bia and COVID. What are the comments and actions if any of SG Jurors on that? Only 3% of Cameroonians have received a first dose and 1.1% are fully vaccinated, according to Dr. Maliki. On UNCDF's Inner City Press asked each of you in August 2021 without any response. Again, what is the UN system's response to this? From a whistleblower. Ms. Preeti Sinha, the newly appointed UNCTAD secretary, was the business development officer in a Swiss-based organization eLifeSarl until October 2020. Before that she handled the secretariat of the same organization's another vertical. She ran a small company FFD Ventures Sarl, but in the appointment news of Preeti Sinha she is projected as the CEO and president of FFD Ventures Sarl, which has raised millions of dollars to support COVID-19 response and other development work. But the truth is far less. On UN sex abuse, child rape, on which each of you on October 25th refused written questions from inner city press. Again, on UN sexual exploitation and abuse, alleged. This is a request on the new case of UN attempted child rape by a UN peacekeeper from Morocco, location not even disclosed. Why? Data dumped at 12:03 p.m. during the noon briefing by Dujarric and Volker Perthes on October 25, 2021, and the previous UN child rape in car by UN peacekeeping troop Burkina Faso, October 19, and from Burundi, child rape, and C by Tanzania troops in DRC, data dumped at 12:02 p.m. on October 7, and earlier, unanswered, from Peru, Sept 29, Gabon and the Congo, and Nepal peacekeeper child rape in DRC, data dumped at 10:07 a.m. on July 21, 2021 that you immediately. On corruption in Azerbaijan, and more, since each of you already did not answer on UNSC President Kenya on October 4, and Jordan and Gabon on October 5, and Republic of Congo, Brazzaville on October 6, and Qatar on October 7 and Sri Lanka on October 8 and Czech Republic Babas on October 12 and Lebanon on October 13, Tony Blair on October 14, Ukraine on October 15, Honduras on October 18, Dominican Republic on October 19, Ecuador on October 20, Montenegro on October 21, Chad on October 22, Chile on October 25. What are the comments and actions if any of SG jurors on the DLIF Children's Luxury Property Investments? They were shareholders of 44 companies registered in the British Virgin Islands between 2006 and 2018. The records show the children owned 5 companies used to buy more than $120 million worth of high-end London properties. On Nigeria, what are the comments and actions if any of SG jurors and separately DSG Hamina J. Mohammed on the trial of Nigerian separatist leader, Nnamdi Kanu, resumed on Thursday in the capital, Abuja. He was charged with terrorism, treason, running an illegal company and publishing defamatory materials. The government has amended the charges, but the details have not been made public. Mr. Kanu, who is the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, group, has not yet been asked to plead. On UN sexual abuse, on which each of you refused to answer this written press questions yesterday, is a request on the new cases of sexual exploitation by a UN peacekeeper from Burkina Faso and DRC, data dumped at 12:06 p.m. during the noon briefing by Farhan Haq on October 19, 2021. On Cameroon, what are the comments and actions if any of SG jurors and separately USG Lacroix on this week? 3-year-old Minex Kimara was on her way to school with her mother in the city of Bui when a Cameroonian gendarme opened fire on their car, shattering her skull, killing the girl instantly. Again, why didn't SG jurors' public financial disclosure covering 2016 disclose the money he received from Gulbenkian Foundation, which would subsequently try to sell its oil company to UN briber SEF China Energy, convicted in the SDNY federal court? As Inner City Press asked each of you in writing on October 7 without any answer at all. Cover-up, on UN sexual exploitation and abuse, alleged. This is a request on the new cases of UN child rape in car by UN peacekeeping troop from Burundi, child rape, and C by Tanzania troops in DRC, data dumped at 12:02 p.m. on October 7, and earlier, unanswered, from Peru, Sept 29, Gabon and the Congo, and Nepal peacekeeper child rape in DRC, data dumped at 10:07 a.m. on July 21, 2021 that you immediately provide the if asked information. On Nigeria, what are the comments and actions if any of SG jurors, and separately his DSG Amina J. Mohammed, on that the Nigerian army has confirmed that it arrested actor Chitalu Aga for wearing an outfit bearing the flag of the proscribed group IPOB and inciting people to join it. The Indigenous People of Biafra, IPOB, is a group that wants a breakaway state in southeast Nigeria. On corruption in Kenya, and more. What are the comments and actions of SG jurors on that? The Kenyatta's offshore investments include a company with stocks and bonds worth $30 million, £22 million, a foundation where his mother and the president are listed as beneficiaries, and an offshore company that could not be traced back to the Kenyatta family, which was used to buy an apartment in central London now valued at $1.3 million, £1 million. On UN system sexual abuse and exploitation. What are SG jurors' comments on WHO staffer put on leave for covering up CNDRC? And again, why did jurors UN not inform authorities of sexual crimes by Karim El-Karani while working for the UN in Iraq, drugging and raping women, before he was allowed to fly back to NJ, USA, now prosecuted here in SDNY court? On Honduras. What are SG jurors' responses to Honduras President Joe mocking the narco-trafficking evidence against him by inviting Netflix Narcos to read the SDNY transcripts? Why is the new PGA Abdullah Shahid not even disclosing how his campaign was and office is funded, including each staff member, as committed do after the PGA John Nash scandal in SDNY? CCing Ms. Grayley too. And, on ongoing censorship of press by SG jurors. USG Fleming and Spox Dujarric, to this petition with 9,000+ signatures here. On Inner City Press exclusive reporting into UNSA's scandal of public sex in the UN van. What are the comments and actions if any of SG jurors on this? From whistleblower, the men in the UNSA car have been charged with transporting a passenger who was not authorized and also for not cooperating with the investigation. Inner City Press asked, thanks. I'd heard they were restored to full pay. Answer, still suspended, but have been getting salary for a year. Now they have been accused of conduct unbecoming, confirm or deny, and explain the long cover-up, 4, of Michael Antoine. On Cameroon, what are the comments and actions if any of SG jurors on the Cameroon military opening fire at Christians in Baal, Ambazonia worshipping yesterday Sunday? On UNDT opacity, on which you have refused to answer. Explain why on August 26, a supposedly public case was held, but the access link was dead, not only to Inner City Press but to the public at large. UNDT/NBI/2020/022, Monchinelli. The applicant contests the administration's finding of misconduct and imposition of a disciplinary sanction against her. Given the August 24 UNDT case about UNDP country director Samuel Bolia colluding, forging with Ethiopia's government, immediately state how many other cases of UN staff or officials colluding with Ethiopia's government the UN is aware of, and describe each. After UNDT purported to order me to destroy evidence of sexual harassment by UN staff by Dula, again what are the responses of SG jurors and his consigliere Soros? UN General Council. Now that the appeal has been acknowledged and said to be on e-portal with case number Wanglin 9:39 a.m. Dear Mr. Lee, I acknowledge receipt of your filing. Case, UNIT/2020/1502. Dear respondents, we received an appeal of UNDT Orders 178, NY/2020, and 179, NY/2020. Filed by Mr. Lee on December 21, 2020. Mr. Lee, who is not a staff member nor a party to the case of the applicant, filed an appeal against these orders with the appeals tribunal. The registrar accepted the submissions and instructed that they be transmitted to the parties in the UNDT proceedings, and the Secretary General for comments within 30 days. How is it acceptable that each of you takes public money and refuses to answer or even acknowledge press questions, including about UN staff's sexual abuse? On SG Sun Pedro Guimarães Melo de Oliveira Torres, explain how the business of Explorer Investments has been reviewed for conflicts of interest. Explain immediately how Pedro Torres doing business with Rwanda while Antonio Torres was UNSG was and is not a conflict, and what was disclosed and to whom. Immediately explain. given the Amir Docile was on board of Epstein's procurer Ghislaine Maxwell's Terramar project, and Inner City Press has repeatedly asked you each about in writing. House spokesman Dujarric's October 30th on-camera statement is not aware of any other UN connection to Epstein, beyond IP, was and is not a lion cover-up. Again, why did jurors not list Gulbenkian, linked to SEFC China Energy, in his disclosure covering 2016? What are jurors' comments on IP and Epstein? Why would he not say why he left the board? Why has he not quit Club of Madrid? Why was Amir Docile on board of Terramar of Ghislaine Maxwell? Immediate comments on the leaked audio of OSSC Chadk. Inner City Press published August 5th on SoundCloud here, 1 of 6. More here. SoundCloud here, 1 of 6. To find out more, please follow the links on screen and in the description. Together, let's make sure justice is served.